Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight. It's
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! The Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you gotta get the coffin spin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to the AEW Dynamite Sidecast here on the Mike the Ref Twitch channel here, as we have the go-home show, AEW Dynamite to Double or Nothing. I almost said go-home show because, well, we still have Collision going up on Saturday, but Mr. Iceman, good to see you here. You're asking, what is this go-home thing to see? Think of these wrestling Dynamites as a journey between pay-per-views. This is the last Dynamite before AEW Double or Nothing coming up this Sunday from Las Vegas, Nevada. So it's like going home. So this is the go home episode. So after this, they're going to the pay-per-view. So sort of so that you're used to here. When you hit that last stop, it's your go home stop, because as soon as you get in, you're going home, right? So I know you don't get to go home much, being on the road as much as you are, but it happens. You know, it does happen occasionally. So, but yeah, we got a jam-packed episode of Dynamite coming up tonight. And then after we are done Dynamite tonight, we got our go home episode of WWE 2K24 My GM mode, where we got the week before WrestleMania. So we're going to get everything nicely booked here, get everything set up for Saturday, because after Collision on Saturday, we are going to be having WrestleMania. That's going to wrap up our 2K24 series, probably for the month of June. We'll see how things go here. I'm going to take a little bit of time and, maybe relax after Dynamite for once here in Collision, but we got a great card set up for WrestleMania coming up as well. So being a smart mouth, been at work for a month straight. Hey, you know what? Being at work for a month straight is a lot better than not being at work at all. So give you the gold coin for that. But yeah, It's been an interesting couple days, to say the least. And one thing I'm happy to say is, we're not really seeing any real drama right now when it comes to AEW. There's always a little bit of drama in WWE, but not really not anything substantial at this point. So we're looking at, we can... there's a little bit about the QR code stuff and all that. Apparently there's another Twitch stream that's supposed to be coming up tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain on the WWE channel to explain about Uncle Howdy. Okay. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm just going to be a wait and see approach. I hope it works out, but I have my reservations, But speaking of tonight's going to be interesting to see how they go. This is your prototypical go, finish up your storylines, get everything set up, your final piece of resistance, try to convince you to purchase the pay-per-view coming up. So we got Swerve Strickland taking on Nick Wayne in a return grudge match from 3 months, from Nick Wayne's opening match in Saskatoon last July. And then all the storyline that's gone through with that. We got Orange Cassidy teaming up with Will Ospreay to take on their opponents at Double or Nothing, Trent, Baretta, and Roderick Strong. We got Harley Cameron gets her third week in a row on Dynamite here as she teams up with Saraya to take on Toni Storm and Mariah May. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be honest. I know there's more on this card. Well, we got Kyle O'Reilly taking on Malakai Black, which should be a sacrificial lamb for getting Copeland out there to set up their barbed wire cage match. What's the other match? Oh, Bryan Danielson and Satnam Singh, which I have no idea how we're going to go with that. That is one of those matches that, what? They were also getting Takeshita and Matt Sydal in a setup for the IWGP Championship match, or Eliminator match at Double or Nothing. And then we're going to, I guarantee you there's going to be a ton of talking segments here. We got John Moxley will be in the building. The Bang Bang Gang's going to be there to talk. We got, I guess we also get the triple threat. Shibata, Hook, and Bryan Keith. The winner gets Jericho on Sunday. So that's interesting. And then we're going to get, this is interesting. It is 1 year ago today where they had New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence. Oh, and if you're AEW, you got to watch the opening. They did a tribute to Mad Max as part of the opening. Gotta love a Warner Brothers crossover, right? And of course, the Bucks are going to take full credit for that crossover. And that's interesting. That's one team we don't see on here tonight. We don't see the Bucks listed anywhere on this card. Which actually makes a lot of sense, because this could be Bizarro World for the Bucks here in terms of their go-home storyline here. And of course, we are starting the night out with Orange Cassidy. Just a reminder that the alternate commentary table on the Mike McGuire show is going to be absolutely crazy about this. Callis has a notebook now. Seriously, Callis is seriously going through the motions like the way he is. Now it's going to seem like, okay, Don Callis has put one of his guys with one of his potential guys and see how it works. Good on Ospreay spending the extra time here in Bakersfield and managed to make it out to Vancouver last Saturday. It sucks he didn't make it to Edmonton, but you know what? It just means he has to come around another time. I love the guys in the crowd have extra stars available. But the fact you got Ospreay right off the bat, that's going to keep some eyes here. But what I was mentioning before, they're going to do a preview here, and I know I'll talk about it a little later. It's 1 year ago since New Japan Resurgence to the day where Mercedes Moné had her last match as she broke her ankle in a match with Willow Nightingale. So I guarantee you that's going to be brought up here tonight. I love how the shirt continually gets more and more marker on it. That looks like somebody in grade 5 decided to get the paint program and try to redo his shirt here, so. And of course, here comes Roddy. And the glasses are gone. I guess he's got to be wearing contacts for tonight, right? Man, Roderick Strong and Will Ospreay. That is going to be an insane match coming up. Yeah, I found it weird today. The Fightful Select report that came out said that there were a couple matches that were still needing to be booked, including this match with Cassidy and Baretta. This was booked on Saturday. So they're not perfect, so they do fall behind a little bit. This will be a nice fun 15-20 minutes to start off tonight. Revsburg's going ape crap right now. This is hilarious. Ha! Ospreay and Baretta just said, nope, to hell with this. We're going to a hockey fight right now. Had a feeling this match wouldn't be much of a tag match. It's more of a singles. Oh, cameraman missed. And you got to remember, Cassidy has some business with Roderick too, right? Because Roderick's the one who took the title off of Orange here. So it's not like this is just this is a straight up 1v1 paired up kind of thing. Just set the title outside, attaboy. And I wonder how many matches Trent and Ospreay have had here going back years to New Japan, right? Because Baretta was one of the very steady hands in New Japan. They're teaming up with Rocky Romero and Roppongi 3000, their Roppongi Vice. But yeah, a very decent card. A couple more matches to be announced tonight. At least one will be, with that three-way between Shibata, Hook, and Bryan Keith, which is interesting because they got three faces in a match to take on Jericho. Not too often you get that. But you can tell this is a pretty jam-packed episode overall here. They're giving you a real decent reason to book the pay-per-view this Sunday, which I highly encourage you all to do. We will be here on Sunday for the AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view here. I will be joined by the infamous McG, who unfortunately can't make it out tonight, but he'll be here on Sunday to join us here. He's a regular here, regular in the Discord, whether it be mine or the Remember the Game Discord for you guys that are part of that. Sorry, just quickly checking some notes here as I'm Oh. Roderick blocks again. Nice shot in the corner here. Oh, nice gut buster on the corner there. Beretta's looking for the pile driver. Ospreay's going to say hell no. And on the ring apron. Wow. Baretta and Strong are actually working really well together here tonight. As we get our first picture of the night. I honestly, going through this card, and I know we've talked about it before, there's really only one or two matches that I'm not really looking forward to here on the whole thing. I'd say the Jericho one, just because Jericho is just... I wonder when people finally realize that it's not just booing for the sake of booing. It's more the fact of we don't want to see you on our TV. It's not because we don't like you. It's just because you can't work at the level of everybody else right now. Also known as you're not Sting. But the other one I feel is just the poorly way that the Women's Championship's been booked. Like the Women's World Championship between Deeb and Storm. Like, I know we talked about it last week, but the fact that they didn't flip the characters around and Deeb's trying to be a face and it just isn't working whatsoever. Somebody needs to call an audible somewhere on that. Even if they do it after the match, I'll be fine with it, but it's going to kill this match. In my opinion, of course, but... But yeah, once again, everybody, thank you for stopping by here. Always appreciate whether you're checking this out live, whether you're checking it out on the VODs, whether you're checking it out on the old YouTube channel. Sorry, a little bit of a hangnail there. I had to get rid of. Sorry about that, chat. But, yeah, just... the amount of intensity here that I see out of Strong, and it's interesting with this Callous X Factor that we got going on here, that he's starting to... like, it would be interesting to see what would happen with Orange Cassidy if he turned heel. Like, what kind of personality would you have as a evil character you don't give a crap? Like, he's been so likable for so long here, and nobody's really, it really hasn't fallen off at all. So. But the only other thing we got to talk about, wonder if we're going to have any surprises come in, because, frankly, right now, we don't have any, and... we come back from picture to picture here. He's not even doing the kip up. He's just oh, there he is. I just love how Ospreay just changes the pace of every match he's in. Like, he can slow it down when he wants. He can speed it up when he wants. Double Pele kicks out of nowhere. Such a great time regardless here when it comes to Ospreay in the ring. Brett off the rope. Oh, try to go for that tornado DDT, and Ospreay just said nope. I thought he was going to flip out of that half and half. Obviously not, but... Ospreay almost got it there. Forearm to the face. There, forearm to the face. Third one. Wow. Like sort of a reverse flapjack there in a way. Turns a backdrop driver into a pancake. Zodiac, how the heck you doing tonight, sir? Hope you're doing well and got a great match to start off so far tonight. Got the tag match going on here. Ospreay's just been showing how he changes gears so easily. I'm doing pretty good. You probably saw my note earlier. I love Ospreay just throwing the thumb up there. That was great. Drops the elbow. Cassidy drops the elbow, then just sits there and just, yeah, I'm bored. I'm covering him. Trent running interference. That was great. I'm assuming either Cassidy or Trent's going to be the one getting pinned in this. I don't think there's a chance in the world that you give a pin on Ospreay here. But personally, today was pretty awesome. Ospreay's like, what the hell are you doing, bud? These guys just unloading bombs, and we got a match with... We got special matches coming up in 4 days. Round the world DDT over the top. Ospreay getting Baretta into position to do the stop. That was funny. Oh. Oh, so they're promoting Bleacher Report on. I got on Fight TV personally, so. Remsburg, what are you doing? Oh, Callis actually getting involved. So is Callis trying to turn face somehow here? Oh God, Ospreay. Oh Jesus. He still lands on his feet without even flinching. Oh, and there's Wardlow. So that's what I'm thinking. Cassidy, it was either Cassidy or Baretta. It's not going to be the champ. It's not going to be Ospreay. There's the knee. Now here comes the end of Heartache. Remsburg's too busy watching off in the distance. He didn't see the interference 15 feet outside the ring. Now this should bring out... Oh, we're not even going to get anybody coming out. Callis is going to grab the title? So why aren't you helping Ospreay? He's your guy too. Callis ain't stupid. He's going to get hit by a... Ospreay split. Oh, great. Well, they're setting the standard for Sunday, that's for sure. Of course, they're going to get another end of heartache. Bleeding and already starting with the blood. All right. And Moxley's in the building, so I wonder if we're going to see some more tonight, huh? But no, today, going back to your question for like 20 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, I've been doing well. Today, didn't get a lot done, but I did get an arcade playthrough of Akuma for Street Fighter 6 done today. Oh. Give it to the Rent-A-Cops. I love the orange suit on Sanjay, by the way. Make sure to put some rupees. He had to pre-cut the pencil and he tried to cut it at the snap at the wrong spot. So what are we getting? Oh. All right, we get to hear from the Bang Bang Gang right now. So, yeah, no, I got an Akuma playthrough done on the arcade mode today. It's going to be up on the YouTube channel tomorrow. So you guys can see the story of it. We'll chat about it a little bit more on Friday when, during the Backbreaker Fight Club, I think we'll do a little SF6. Because I'm looking forward to the Giant Attack promotion they got going right now. Oh, I thought they were going to bring Juice out. Oh, they got a wagon for the titles. I want to see Pac come out and just light it on fire, just randomly out of it. Just see the internet just go ablaze on that. So now you put the wagon out there, you put your titles in the wagon while you had them in your hand. Now you got to sort them out on who gets what. This is not a very efficient wagon. There should be sections in there. There should be labels. There should be, you know, you got to Batman fly that thing. You know, like the Batcave and whatnot. You got to. These are Coltons. These are Austins. These are Jays. And then you put a fourth spot for Juice. Because Juice is still a member, but he's still a ways away from coming back yet. At least these three are going absolutely haywire and doing a great job right now. Did you happen to catch the What Culture video where they just hated on Jay? That didn't surprise me. I haven't seen it yet. Here's the big thing. Also horrific Cade. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it was a Kane comment or was it a Kane the wrestler or Kane the person, because in many ways I think of them in opposite views between those two. So, but I do try to keep politics out of it a little bit. But so I wonder who are we actually going to see Death Triangle get together here? You're not in a hockey town, so it's not Puck. Did we just get a QR code flash on the screen? Sees a person's opinions of Glenn Jacobs influence their opinions of Fair enough. And that, to me, I've had to deal with separating the person from the wrestler for, well, hell, 2006, because my favorite wrestler in the early aughts was somebody who did something very horrible. Like about as horrible as they can get, but you guys pretty much can figure that out yourselves. Yep, he was. I got to know him. I got a lot of thoughts on that, but I keep them to myself because sometimes, regardless of what thoughts you have, sometimes it just doesn't help to give them. So are we... Who you got? Okay, yeah, we got Death Triangle back. Oh my God, look at how ripped oh God. Phoenix looks absolutely jacked. In that light? Looks like we got a trios match coming up on Sunday. This is how you get some gold on Phoenix if you want it. Yep, I know. It's coming. It's coming. And if you want all the belts, there's 9 here for the 3 of them. How does that feel for you? Is that enough? Didn't want to talk about it, just wanted to do it. That makes sense with Pac. He's never been about talking. Yeah, they got us. They're gonna set this match up for Sunday. They have to. Oh, your wagons fell apart. That match will be bona fide bonkers. So we're going from something great to something that should be great, but we know where it's going, so it's... Yeah, no. Ugh. Yeah. Hook, Shibata, Bryan Keith is going to be a fun match. Just, it's almost like none of us want it to happen, so... But no, I hope everybody's doing well, and just thinking about all the craziness that's been coming up the last few days here. Yeah, excellent. Looks like something interesting just came up. I guess I got to take an opportunity on stuff when I can here, so I'll let you guys know once I confirm it after the show here. But yeah, when I said I was getting requests for doing stuff, I get stuff in the middle of the show to request to do it. So we'll see how things go here. Double or Nothing is turning out to be such an amazing show coming up here. We got, I think we're going to be in the range of 11 or 12 at this point. So basically I'm just, yeah, it's a little bit insane on how well things are going to be going here for AEW. I know I'm rambling here a little bit, just trying to get refocused here because I just got a little message here about some stuff. So, yeah, it's looking at what's going on here with this trios division here. The Acclaim need to get, the Acclaim need a different kind of story right now. No, let's just say opportunities grow opportunities. I think that's the best way to put it. I'll just leave it at that point here. So, opportunity I didn't expect for a while now, but I digress. But anyway, we need some new blood in the trios division, and we need the titles defended. They just plain old, with everything going on, titles aren't defended enough. And I know that people say there are too many titles, and for people that say that, I need to explain to you guys why there are so many titles in here. And it actually makes sense if you... Oh, here we go. Another Mad Max preview there. So I love the fact we're getting more crossover promos here, by the way. All right, so the reason we got so many title matches, and Tony Khan said this at the beginning, and a lot of people forget about it. You have Tony Khan, who is a very big fan of boxing. And if you go to a boxing card now, well, not so much now because a lot of people don't plain old watch boxing at this point. But you know how many different organizations there are? There's the IBF, the IBW, WBC, WBA, QMB, FTW, ABC, QED, BBM, BVD, all the different divisions in boxing. And they all got their championships. So basically all the old school pay-per-views were just championship fights. Level. That's what he grew up on. That's what we're getting here. And you can't say, and I know a lot of people have been cramming it through our necks here. Boxing's still huge overseas. North America, it's just gambling centers, yeah. But if you look at it, doesn't it feel like a typical pay-per-view is like one of those boxing cards where you have title after title after title after title after title? I love the fact that the LED boards in front have the No Darby Allin sign there. So we end up with three. Like, I don't know. I could do this in 2K24 and I'd get crapped on having three faces in the same match. He might like it, but it waters down all the wrestling that isn't for titles. Same with UFC. Who watches non-pay-per-view combat sports? Tuesday Night Contenders, not a whole lot. But you know what? He's getting the numbers that he needs. And apparently WBD is okay with the numbers that he's getting. Especially now that they're losing the NBA. Like, I really wonder what's going to happen here. I mentioned it last week. I would say the only bonus I would like, if they aren't going to stay on TNT or any of the WBD networks, if they could get onto Amazon, this sidecast could actually be a picture-in-picture kind of thing, where you guys get to physically watch the show with me just in the corner chatting. Double stink.
One more for the good guys.
Flower Yam, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Players Pit. Hope you enjoy the delicacies. I hope you enjoy the company. Stay out of the drinks. We're gonna have to check with McGee if he got that stuff tested yet. So. But I also have to ask you, Zodiac, in terms of your comment there, how many people actually did watch Friday Night Fights? Tuesday Night Fights, Friday Night Fights. They're always late night on ESPN. But they were always the fights that matched you up and got you to these big shows. Like they were the number one contender fights and whatnot. So I can't really compare it to UFC because I haven't watched UFC in a long time. I haven't felt comfortable watching UFC just because, as much as I appreciate video game wrestling for what it is, video game fighting, what I find, and it's really, that's what it felt like it's turned to me when it comes to UFC and whatnot, and when I say video game, I mean, everybody's got the same moves. It's just, how do you implement them in a different way? For me, those are the ones that don't feel comfortable for me right now. Hey, Jules. How you doing? 3 days away, I do believe, from a coffin match and a loser leads RCW match here coming up on Saturday. Just working. Oh, true. All right. Well, what I would suggest for you, make sure you have like even a hockey stick, a baseball bat, something about yay long. So no matter how much Danny throws you in the coffin, you can use that as a prop to keep the coffin lid open. Except, oh yeah, I forgot, this is an RCW ring. RCW promotion. Yeah, the cardboard's, the coffin's probably made of styrofoam, so it'll probably go right through. So, yeah, all right, just stay out of it. That's all I can say. You have a real casket? Okay, sponsor or they get rid of it, because I'm like, this is RCW we're talking about here. I thought Vic might have created one for you guys, to be honest. I'm glad you got it though. It's always great to have the legit item. I would love to see a funeral home actually donate the casket for one of those, just to be a sponsor on the show. Just tell your ring announcer just to announce it from some funeral home, whether it's make up some funeral home as a sponsor of the show or a sponsor of the match, sorry. Paul Bearer Funeral Services, I don't know. Jericho actually sounded like trying to be somewhat positive. All right, for you guys in the chat, and Jules, you can attest here for a little bit. I don't know if you've seen Chris Jericho's latest gimmick where he's the learning tree for everyone. I'm trying to figure out, and we were talking about it last week as well, if he's being more trying to be condescending towards CM Punk about being, the learning tree for everyone, or if he's just trying to adopt the DDP gimmick from 2001 after the invasion. You like me, and I like me because I like you. And all that beautiful jazz. I know you finished the line last week, Zodiac. I apologize. I'm going to remember some of these things eventually. All right, Shibata. I just don't see, I see Hook being in this match going for Double or Nothing. Maybe it's just me. He's doing a little column A, a little column B. See, if this was an elimination match, I wouldn't mind this. Oh, goody. We get the triple threat match at the pay-per-view. Well, the crowd wants him to fight. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a three-way out of this. Yes. Oh, God, this is driving me nuts. The look of disgust on Taz's face is absolutely epic right now. Ha! 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 Can't even get the name of the title right. Like, seriously. This is so Shibata can take the pin and continue the feud. Probably. Hook's gonna get Shibata in the red rum. Jericho will take a bat into the head of Hook and then get the pin. So, if you guys weren't here off the top of the show, this match here between Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné at Resurgence was 1 year to the day. So today is 1 year since Mercedes has been in a match. And when do you think that person who applied the submission move first will get? If he doesn't call the submission finish in time, like if he has it hooked in, but Shibata's not completely out, but the referee doesn't get a chance to check, Boom. Hit. Hook goes flying. Jericho gets pinned. I'll call it right now. I see where you're going with that. And I think it would make sense. But in that case, you'd actually have to have Shibata win here, right? It really sucks that Keith had to take the fall there, but I will say, this match here, the fact that they're bouncing it up as a main event, I'm actually, I get it. The 3 main events means no main event, which that's what they're saying here. I just love the Dr. Bomb there just from Willow there to finish that off. It's a nice final look of everything, right? WWE has 6 main events on WrestleMania. It's fine. I give you the gold coin for that because I agree. Yeah, it all depends on what order they put it in. Like, I know that we were talking about it. When was it? I think it was JPJ actually brought it up from Love Wrestling. He was in our stream once. He was talking about it. The first person we should see coming through the curtain is Mercedes on Sunday on the main show. That actually would be pretty badass to do. Got to open with a main event. Absolutely. Oh, no, it was you that said that, wasn't it, Zodiac? Sorry, I should give you credit where credit's due, right? And my apologies there, because I know that I've been talking to a lot of people about this last few days. It's been a bit of a blur of things going by. But yeah, I would say that you put that match as the opener because it's a perfect opener for everything. Don't think it was you? I'm trying to remember exactly who. I think it was JPJ because I was talking in his stream because he was getting pissed off because he couldn't hit a home run in MLB, which is somewhat normal. Then 2 minutes later, you hit a 4-run shot, and life's great to you, everybody, but I digress. We're going to have to get back into that a little bit here in the future, I do think. But when you're looking at this main event here, I think Anarchy, while I do believe that we should have the men's world title or the women's world title close the show, I think the biggest feud of all right now should actually be our main event. That's something I've learned from what, like, you end up with Jericho and Triple H had to follow Rock Hogan at WrestleMania 18. They managed to get away with it at the there's been enough cards that, well, you look at Swerve and Hangman in Seattle. You had to have Danielson and Okada go after that. And a lot of people forget that that actually was the main event there. Just the way things line up, it just... Uh-oh. Oh, we got the shoe commercial again. Okay, that's cool. I really love that grin on his face there. Depending on the cost of those pumps, I wouldn't mind going to check them out. Takeshita and Mox is going to be great. And I actually don't mind the fact that it is an eliminator match instead of a title match. That way you can honestly believe that either man could win it. Because think of it this way. If Takeshita wins, then there could be a possibility that Takeshita goes to Japan for his title shot. Of course, that could be Forbidden Door. They could have the title on the line between those two there, but I would like to see it more likely in Japan rather than here. Just for the fact that everybody gets a chance to see what Takeshita can do. I know they've seen him in DDT, but to see him in an AEW ring, with all due respect, this won't last long. I liked him in the black better. Just for the fact that, that black made him look like he was just that cool guy was just gonna get beaten up. Or gonna beat up somebody else, sorry. I just look at Sydal and I'm like, oh, that guy's getting beaten up. I really hate it that Sydal's getting the already in the ring treatment. I guess that's what happens when your tag team partner gets fired on Collision. Sydal was teaming up with Christopher Daniels against the EVPs, and after the Bucks won, they fired Daniels. Yeah, I really don't know how long this match is going to go here, just because wonder if they're going to try to go for referee stoppage here just to make a point. Because Moxley's got to come out here, right? Yep. I am getting nothing but just KJ just sent me a picture. If you haven't seen, we'll actually talk about a little further up here. New piece of memorabilia that just came out that's actually pretty cool. So now we got Anthony Ogogo and Konsuke Takeshita, both with punch finishers. Oh no, this ain't. No. Yeah, this is how you get Moxley out here. And Turner's trying to get him out. Don't even bother, Turner. Just wait for the music. Moxley's got to go find the button. There it is. I don't know if you really want to draw Jon Moxley out. Callis is trying to find out which way he's supposed to leave. Moxley doesn't want to climb over, so he just, took the side where the entrance is for the ring announcer and the timekeeper and that. That was amazing. 5 stars. 5 stars. Just like the crowd says. CBC. All right. Well, we're getting the Canadian Broadcast Corporation up with the crowd. Double and nothing. Well, at least he had nice enough to say thank you to the timekeeper. Or for giving him his belt back properly, just hanging on to it for him. But I love how no nonsense Moxley is. It's just, yep, bunk. See you Sunday. And Takeshi's starting to enter rage mode. Turner, get the hell out of the way. This Adam guy. What up, turds? Ooh. So they're doing Danielson and Satnam, so I got a feeling Anarchy in the Arena is going to main event the pay-per-view. Oh, sorry. All right, a little behind. Gotta get ready. All right. Nana, I hope to do better this week. Where are you? Come on. And I swerve when I drive, and I swerve when I drive, cause I gotta get alive, and I'm gonna be in fame, cause he's facing off with Nick Wayne, and he's gonna be in a lot of pain, and this dancing is insane. Hey! Alright, okay. Of course that happened in the ad break, so subscribers, consider yourself lucky, you're the ones who get to see that. Chat. I need to start writing this stuff down. But yeah, this feud here has been going on for a year now. Very low burn, but now it's just flipped roles, right? Nick made his debut in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Welcome back for the ad break. I hope you, if you wanted to see the dance, you had to be a subscriber today. So, sorry. You noticed last week when it wasn't Swerve out here? That Christian was out of ringside and Mama Wayne was out of ringside. And I'm sure they're going to be out later. Don't get me wrong, but... But yeah, you know that tonight is a bit, this whole feud with Cage and Swerve is a bit of a filler one because we got 2 pay-per-views before we get to London, and I'm sure they want to have Swerve as the world champ going into London. Like, there's many ways they're thinking maybe Swerve Hangman. Whether you do Swerve Hangman at Wembley or you end up doing Swerve Ospreay. I honestly thought it was going to be Swerve Ospreay, but there's a potential it might end up being Ospreay Pac for your national championship. Because I don't see Ospreay losing anytime soon, right? I love that Wabbit season, duck season segment like that. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, go check out some Looney Tunes. Oh, here we go. He was going to put the belt back on, but nope. We got he needs to deserve. Oh. I love this crowd. Give it a nice thank you to that. Oh, gonna send him to that bolt. Don't ever expose anything because you're the one who's gonna eat it. Come on now. Oh, there it is. Told you. And now the cut's going to be open again. Oh. Reversal. I like that. Nick has got such a great future ahead of him. Oh, and if you weren't on the socials today, which, let's face it, every day, I don't blame you for not being there. Have you heard that Stephen Borden is training to become a wrestler now? And that is the son of Sting, not Sting himself. I'm sure Sting is fully capable of being a wrestler himself. But yeah, apparently he's out getting in the ring, taking the bumps, learning the ways. I didn't see all the details behind it, but I'm sorry. When I hear from Fightful, I was going to say Frightful, but no, Fightful, 95% of the time I'll go with it. Just because they are the source. I don't care. I understand that Triple H called back and made his apologies for calling him and PW Insider out for comments, allegations, all that stuff about Gulak and such. Regardless of what anybody thinks of that situation, if that apology is not made public, does it really matter? I get it. You got a cheese wheel. I think the mere fact that he has to turn around and say, I apologize for my comment there. I would love to see that come up this Saturday if they actually have a press conference. Matt Camp's come out publicly and said the WWE just want fans at that conference just to make it part of the show. So in other words, they're just trying to screw with... They always started this after AEW started doing it, right? So they saw something AEW was doing that was getting success, and they ended up bringing in their own thing, and they can't handle the heat when it comes in. Has there been issues at press conferences in both promotions? Absolutely. I think the biggest problem in AEW's history would happen because of one of those. But I still feel at the time it's done more help than harm. Because they're willing to go out and just, be themselves a little bit more. And I think that's what you need in society these days, especially in wrestling circles. Because everybody can go. That's the biggest difference right now. It used to be the point where they didn't have enough wrestlers to actually provide a decent multiple shows. Like you'd have WWE and then the talent below, while good, wouldn't be at that same level, right? WWE needs to let CM Punk go unfiltered in these.
No, please, no.
Unless they want to do hashtag please cancel us. Maybe they'll give him his own unfiltered Netflix show once the deal comes over in January. That would make sense. Darby's going to show up at the end of the night. This is like such storytelling 101. Hey, Ed, how you doing tonight? I love that face. I love it. The little devil's face is always a good thing. You that nervous about how good Double or Nothing's going to be there, Ed? Sure. But yeah, no, little hot out today. I know we've been getting rain nonstop all week here, so I've actually been pretty happy about that. As we got Swerve and Nick Wayne going at it right now. Nothing to do with that. Oh, God. Jules requests you to get new balls. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I prefer rubber ones. You know, they bounce better. They're very expensive. Yeah, I would say so. Now, I hope you're feeling better, Ed. I know that you had to duck out of your show last night with Astrid. Big thank you to Jose on the air for covering for you last night. McGee, we're talking balls. Yeah, McGee actually had to work tonight. So, unfortunately, he won't be here tonight. Or he might pop in one spot tonight, but he told me that he wasn't available to come out tonight, so. Yeah, Jose's a rock star. Absolutely. Great guy. I didn't get a chance to catch a lot of the show. Honestly, yesterday, my brain was out of it. And Nick Wade just got destroyed again. So, of course, we're going to get kill switch. Then Christian Cage hasn't hit the button for his music yet, so. Christian, you might want to look out here. What in the... Is he going to get in his car? Carjack Jones, there we go. Christian trying to fight it. Bring Swerve into the car. All right, well, I'll get to this in a second here, but no, this is a lot of fun watching this, and I know that this match. I know that this match is technically a filler match between feuds here. I don't see this being a credible. Damn it, camera crew, smarten up. DDT on the sunroof. That's how you get a permanent sunroof. Uh-oh. Hey, buddy. Christian just, oh my God. That was the best possum job I ever seen. That was fun. That's a way to get Nana back into this, right? Great to see him back and after being attacked last week. All right, so would you like some breaking news, chat? I think you guys should always be ready for some breaking news here. So, the message I got through and what I was responding back to because they needed a response. I'm actually going to be on the Ringside Society podcast tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain. Giving my predictions, my thoughts and predictions about the Double or Nothing pay-per-view coming up on Sunday. So, figure, you know what? It's time to get some advertising done. Those guys at Ringside do a hell of a lot of great work. So, definitely going to give them a ring there tomorrow night. So, I'll have all the details on my socials tomorrow. I need to get the links and everything from them so I can advertise it for them. But yeah, join me over there and we can chat a little bit about predictions and thoughts and everything going on in the world of AEW and for Double or Nothing. So, AEW trying to make their parking lot as dangerous as NXT? Unfortunately, that will never be the case. The most dangerous place in wrestling is an NXT parking lot, without a doubt. But this is one of the first times that they actually they ran the interference spot on the typical getaway spot from Christian. So, but yeah, I will say they're making this match a lot more interesting than it has any right to be. Because as you go through the card, like as you're sitting through it, there's a few matches there that you don't know for sure. Unfortunately, that one's not one of them. You know Swerve is going to keep that title. There is no way they're giving Christian that title right now. What I think happens is it's a very convoluted situation here, and I know we got a couple matches coming up, but that are going to be sort of skewed towards that. And if the next one comes up perfectly, this is going to work out great for me here. But there's sort of like 3 stories right now that seem to carry out the full storyline as we go along here. God, do I love this. I love when AEW streamlines everything together for me here as we're talking. So Sunday, we have a barbed wire cage match for the TNT Championship between Malakai Black and Adam Copeland. Now, my prediction right now, I'll throw it out here for you guys. Malakai wins this. Malakai wins. Copeland's sort of forced to join them. Turns into his dark goth side. Gangrel shows up and all that great stuff. Now, Christian's a bad guy. Copeland's a bad guy. I think this might be our Yeah, Ed. I know you're being facetious. His contract apparently is to 2027, so unfortunately, I think he's sticking around for a very long time. It's all about the proper program. That's all it is. Like, hell, look at Ricky Starks right now. I know we were talking about it last week, and I feel that there might be he might be out the door. But I'll believe it when it happens. It's a theory. But yeah, so you have Copeland as a heel, Christian as a heel. It'll still make it a lot easier towards getting it there, so Black probably has more creative freedom in AEW. Wouldn't be a super easy. It's absolutely not. Like, and here's the thing. I truly do feel that AEW is on its way to, if they stay with Warner Brothers, they're going to be on their way to 6 hours of programming a week. I know it's going to be a little painful, but if you think about it, 6 hours of programming. Oh yeah, it's a 4 o'clock start for Rampage on Friday. I won't be covering that, by the way. I think with the extended TV time that's going to be coming up, I do feel that they're going to get more. It's going to be more of a value product, and the fact that people will watch a 3-hour show a little more religiously than some 14th rate movie. TBS, the superstation of pro wrestling. I like the new catchphrase there. Black will have more creative freedom, but what have they done to elevate him? A lot of guys don't need to be elevated. Does Malakai Black need a world title? A world title would do a lot. Like a world title, don't get me wrong, world title will do a lot for everybody. But for other than that, he's gotten himself over plenty right now. Ricky would be treated as a discount Ricky. No, I think Ricky would be treated as a discount Rocky, not Ricochet. Rocky. The comparisons are already there. Like, he would be Mini Rock. He would be Pebble in many ways if he went over to WWE, in my opinion. Ricky Chet. There we go. We'll go with Ricochet. Sorry, chat. I know that I normally try not to do this. So yeah, so we will be available on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So check out Ringside Society on all your platforms with that. Like I said, I'll get some links out tomorrow for you guys, but I will be on the Ringside Society there, giving them their giving giving my thoughts and predictions on the show. Yeah, Exeter, exactly. Yeah, they'll be doing live on all 3 platforms tomorrow, so feel free to stop by, say hello, give your thoughts and feelings. I will be definitely giving mine as we go. And then, join us here on Sunday with McG here joining me on the Sidecast. Don't think he needs a title per se, but I never feel like I see him in a big program, especially when he wins. And QLL is likely higher now with trips, and combining his schedule and Theo's would be nice. Fair enough. Quality of life. Yeah, it's all about preference, right? We don't know the entire lives of all the wrestlers and what they do behind the scenes and how much they want to work. Like, that's the thing. Like, we were talking earlier about what culture, having a little bit of a scathing rant about Jay White, and I could just imagine where that one goes. And I know everybody's been piling on after what we can obviously see is what the worst main event I would even go worse than the barbed wire exploding death match. I would say that was the Jay White MJF debacle there was worse than the exploding barbed wire death match, because at least in that death match they had a pretty decent match before, and the only thing that ruined it at the end was a little poof at the end that you had Eddie Kingston trying to save Moxley to a poof. That storyline booked from the beginning of the show all the way to the main event, having Adam Cole, who is injured, come out and try to help his buddy who is injured by replacing him in the match, even though he's in worse shape than... It just didn't make any sense. Jay White lost to a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Yeah, and Eddie sold it like a champ, too. So, yeah, like, you want to talk about the worst endings of pay-per-views in AEW history? Number 1, that list is not very long. Let's face it, that list is not very long at all. I think we just mentioned the 2. The rest of them, I would say, were good to great, somewhere in there. But at the same time, Jay White is happy right now. He's the happiest that he's probably been in years. So despite what people say about how, he's not being pushed, no, he's not in a great position, we don't know what they want. Everybody always has a different situation. Some want money, some want quality of life, some people want to work more, some people want to work less. We're never going to know all the answers, and let the speculation begin around noon Mountain Time on Saturday when Liv Morgan beats Becky Lynch for the World Women's Championship. Sorry, not heavyweight. When Liv Morgan wins on Saturday, let the speculation begin, because Becky has made it well known that her contract is up a week after the Queen and King of the Ring. And we, as much as we all try to predict, she'll definitely be back, she'll move, we don't have a flipping clue what she wants. We don't have a clue what any of these wrestlers want. And anybody that kids to think that they know? Like, look at all of us. We were talking about how we're going to see Drew Galloway main event Wembley. Next thing you know, The Rock's coming out with a sword. The longest sword that The Rock's ever dealt with. That, giving it to McIntyre, or his handler's giving it to him as a gift for signing a new contract. Like, for all we know, Malakai could be completely happy with what he's got right now. The only inkling of a target that I do have here about when it comes to Malakai and why he would have a better time in AEW versus WWE. As dark as Malakai wants that segment to go, or wants his gimmick to go, while I do believe that Triple H will allow a little bit of it, I don't think they will allow him to go as far as much as he would want to go. And I think TK would give him the green light. Within reason, of course, but I think the bar is set a lot. The range, a dynamic range of your character can be expanded that much more here in AEW compared to what you see in the Fed. What a brainbuster. I love how that's a veteran kick out. It's a damn kick out. Just straight up, it's a kick out. All right? Don't have to get so dang literal. The bar is set and he has that freedom. Why has he... We don't know. For all we know, he could have been injured the whole time. He don't say nothing when he's out there, right? And he's made it a point of not being on social media. Like, a lot of people don't realize Miro is still hurt. And just the recovery's taken that much longer. And that match that he ended up having with Andrade at World's End actually made it worse. O'Reilly had to be careful. He almost shifted his feet over to the ropes there. Like, that's the only thing that I worry about, Ed. And I know that it's not a very good answer at times, but also... I know we want to think we know everything. I know we think we want to know exactly what people want and what people should have and what they should do. But you have to face it, we really don't know. And that's the biggest difference I find between... Whoa. Was that Rob Zombie? Oh, we got a bloodbath! Uh-oh. I love this. That is not... Well, that's not blood. That's not the same red viscous liquid. That looked like Jell-O. Well, clean up on all five. Totally Jell-O? Well, you know, I love me some Jelllo, right? I don't know. Maybe it's paint. Maybe it'll come out completely white. Red corn syrupy stuff. I'll give you... There we go. He got red slimered. I ain't afraid of no cope. Dun, 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 dun. I ain't afraid of no cope. Dun, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Next thing you know, we're going to be calling the House of Black the Cope Busters. Damn, I almost got that joke out without stuttering. Damn it. Well, yeah, the people I feel bad for right now, I hope the girls don't slip on it coming out of here, right? So I missed your stuff after my first comment because an app. Oh. About why wasn't he utilized to his fullest the 2 years he's been there? Okay, so basically, I'll put Cole's notes in here because, I've always been a believer of, Twitch Turbo is a hell of a drug. It's $15 a month and you don't have to deal with any ads on Twitch, but I digress. Or a sub. But with that being said, basically we don't know Malakai's situation. We don't know if he was hurt. We don't know if he chose to have a hiatus. We don't know if he had certain conditions that he wanted to be in. We don't know if Tony Khan just didn't want to put him on TV for a while or have anything set up. He could have.
But I'm better than you.
Now I feel guilty.
And you know it.
Here, no more ads. Thank you. Sorry, it's a pet peeve of mine when I see guys that. Sorry, I'll get back to that in a second. Let me get back to the first stuff, then I'll go to the last stuff here. Malakai, we don't know any of the situations. As much as we try to comment about how, guys could be injured, guys aren't getting booked, guys are going to go here, girls are going to go there. We don't know. We don't know all the things that factor now. And things are turning into the real Wild West now compared to what they were even as much as 5 years ago when AEW was just starting. So as much as we want to say, why wasn't he pushed? Why? We don't really know. It's the fact that he wasn't pushed and it sucked. It completely sucked. Not having him pushed the way we should have him on our screen more. Yes, I want to see that. Oh, I get it. You're posing it as a devil's advocate question. But the problem is we have so many I got comments on Exeter right now that they're thinking it was strawberry jam, which that actually makes a little bit more sense. But it's the double-edged sword here where you have places like Fightful and PWI learning all these things about people, but then it's everybody trying to get on the action, everybody trying to think they know the answer for what's going to happen. It's why I typically I'm not in favor of award shows, because it's frankly one person's opinion, and I find that more often than not award shows are just more horrible stuff than they produce more harm than good when it comes to things. Prediction shows, well, usually when I do prediction shows, I'll give an answer for either way. What I think will happen, but I wouldn't mind seeing either answer. So that's usually the way I go with these. So, but yeah, in terms of the whole sub talk here, people pay to skip the commercials. I always feel that it's a privilege for you as a subscriber to not to be interrupted by any comments. If you get Twitch Turbo, even better. I prefer Twitch Turbo just for... Yeah, I hear you. Look at the year-end show more as a recognition of who that person feels did well. Yeah, but the problem is we are in 2024, and for every person that you put up, rather than celebrating somebody extra, the consensus of the world is why didn't you mention these guys? That's the reason I have a problem with them, and that's why I typically don't do them. Because I don't feel comfortable putting somebody above somebody else when it comes to giving an award. Predicting a match, hell, I can go do that over at the sports book, right? So, I don't deny, and I actually really did enjoy your awards your awards last year that you did. I don't have the skin to deal with all the backlash that comes from those. And if you're popular enough, you will get backlash. And it's not worth my headache. Now, here's the moment on Saturday where Zodiac accused me of being completely speechless for 2 minutes. Which, well, frankly, yeah, because I was more like, the hell is going on here? I will still say that'd be a face reaction there, right? Oh, are they actually coming out the face tunnel now? Did they actually turn it around? Did they actually change this finally? Maybe they're watching. You know, we do have extra people in here that aren't talking, so. I made Dominic my best male wrestler 2023, and trust me, I understand the backlash. Since we're talking about Dom, I do have to throw that up there. This is sort of an automatic. There we go. Got to get that out of the way there. Cameron, how the heck you doing tonight, sir? Hope you're feeling better. It seems like everybody in here either had a flu bug or is going through one. Starting to get it? Well, I know you were having that problem on Monday, right? Because you were going to take care of those scouts. That game with all the scouts there, I know you were trying to decide whether you were going to play or not. You played? Well, I hope you did well at least. 16 Ks and a no-hitter. Let's go! I really appreciate that. I am happy for you. I am glad that you got that opportunity. And I'm glad you gutted it out, and I'm glad that you're getting your rewards for that. Co-op and getting it back in the MLB, yeah. I don't know. I've been doing it off stream. I just finished I got one game left in the Chapter 3 Conquest for Team Affinity Season 3 Conquest. Also made people irked. Choosing anybody in Canada, one team of hockey in Canada, you're just dying to be bombarded by 7 other... Well, I would actually say 7 other franchises because the people of Quebec are going to beat on everybody. The ones for Quebec City. It's a dumb question. Maybe I missed it as he was coming out. Was that QT at ringside? Or is that Saraya's brother? Saraya Mariah. Saraya hasn't been in a ring in a long time. All right, Outcast battle. This is a revenge match. Because this is the person that Toni took the title off of, I do believe. All that time ago. Glad to see the crowds into this match here. Just like I'm glad you guys are hanging around here too. Appreciate all of you. There's Prance, Fists of Fire! 133 days it came up. Can't confirm it, Zach. Hey, sis, get me a job night. I'll give you that. Well, unfortunately, Zach's big opponent. Unfortunately, she couldn't get Toni up. That's great. Which, by the way, speaking of which, I just want to let you guys see. I got the Akira and Ruby Soho shirt on. Congratulations to Ruby and Angelo Parker on their wedding this past weekend. Tied the knot, you know. Angelo doing the good guy thing, you know. Got the woman's pregnant, so you know you gotta take care properly here. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure the love's there and all that. Don't get me wrong. Just put my foot in my mouth even further here, you know. It's always great. But yeah, congratulations to them on that. Those are some speedy. Once again, we don't know how long they were engaged because they really don't bring it up in public. Wrestlers have a great job of hiding things if you didn't know that. I'd assume that, yeah, as soon as it was announced on Dynamite, they knew that they had to get the wedding out of the way too. And I know all about those situations because, well, hit it as an angle. Yeah, maybe. I think they hit it because Angelo was starting to get a little bit of momentum here with his feud with Zach, right? And they were playing it out like a complete Grease movie, right? When it comes to this whole storyline with Ruby and Saraya and the whole fallout of the Outcasts, and it was a great storyline. And yeah, they thought they could carry it further, but unfortunately, Ruby was at a point where I don't feel comfortable going any further, so we'll announce the pregnancy and we'll end it there. Makes total sense if you ask me. But did you guys see the picture of all the ladies of AEW at the wedding, though? That was completely hilarious. So I'd have to see if I could. I'm not going to be able to pull it up right away here. What it ended up being, it was a picture of all the ladies, but Toni White was complete black and white. It was amazing, and I loved every second of it. By the way, speaking of Toni Storm, if you're into collectibles, like the Funkos that I have here and such, Ringside Collectibles actually has a U2s of Toni Storm available now. So ringsidecollectibles.com, you can go check it out. That's actually what KJ sent me here, so I get the Toni U2s, but it's actually in black and white, I saw. Let me double check here. Yeah, it is totally in black and white. The only thing red on it is her lipstick. Oh, the one Peggy posted is in color. No, they actually have it in black and white. The only thing that's in color is her lipstick and the authentication logo on the front. So they might have two different ones. So they're doing a casino gauntlet again. So if you guys haven't seen the Forbidden Door Casino Gauntlet, or you haven't seen the Casino Gauntlet match, basically what it is, it's the Royal Rumble, except its first pinfall or submission ends the match. So if you could get a pin on your opponent in the first 30 seconds of the match, it's over. But at regular intervals, or at intervals, let's face it, it's AEW, you would have different wrestlers come out. Like the first one that was won by Will Ospreay, and that's why he's facing Roderick Strong here for the International Championship at Double or Nothing. These ladies are putting work in here. Is it just me? Or do the women's tag matches on Dynamite slap a lot more than what the basically slap a lot more than the singles matches do? And once again, I want to give a shout out to Harley Cameron here. This is the third week in a row she's earned a spot on Dynamite, and she's looked right in place. And she hasn't wrestled in forever on, well, she's done a little bit on Rampage, but other than that, hasn't done much of anything. Storm Zero, Harley's legal, gets the pin. Well, I'm picturing that Saraya, not only does she look comfortable, she's working with somebody that she's very comfortable with. Like Mariah and Toni are just absolutely fabulous wrestlers. There you go. Now let's make Diva heel. That's what you do. See, everybody's booing her. This is perfect. Thank you for putting the switch on. Thank you. This is what we were talking about for 2 weeks here, and now this makes a hell of a lot more sense. They just want naked Toni and Deeb ruin that. Uh-oh. Guarantees heel. I just got a feeling Toni is no longer a heel. She is a face. The other thing I find amazing right now, that stuff was so thick it actually went through the middle of the ring. They couldn't get all the ring canvases out. Oh, God. There you go. That's how you get your last ones done here. I love how they're trying to set it up as a challenge. Oh no, Jay White. I find it funny. AEW is great, but sometimes they just screw up like that. Like, ugh. Like, that match should not have been announced till Saturday because they wanted to wait till after the gunfight, right? And now we get a very ugly main event. By the way, if you do have a PVR up, Tony Khan did confirm that there is going to be an overrun tonight, so, which, let's face it, there has to be because there's only 9 minutes left. Granted, a Satnam Singh match should only last maybe 45 seconds, but I like the fact that Satnam's got such a beautiful record coming up here, but and I still say Jericho went over time. That's why we're in such a rush here. Hey, Jeff Jarrett's back on our screen. What is he wrestling again? Cali 2.0? Former Canadian Basketball League player. Been wrestling for about, 2 years now. He's been doing a lot of work on Rampage, apparently. A lot of trio stuff. I think this is his first singles match on Dynamite. And it was funny. I was actually on the old Exeter looking at stuff. And somebody had just posted a match from 2006 from Ring of Honor where Danielson actually took on the Great Kamala. And actually produced a great match with him. Because Danielson's willing to move around this big guy. And Danielson's going to have to do a lot of the stick and move like he's doing right now. This is your prototypical big man, little man match, right? The thing with a guy like Satnam, you got to make sure you keep it simple, right? Like, you're not going to see your high technical... This isn't Paul White. The hell is Jarrett doing up in that corner? Ow. Even the crowd's like, eh? No, the reason that they aren't here is because they probably get booed. Bakersfield is basically Bucks territory. So if you see the Bucks come out here later tonight, expect cheers. This is the equivalent to Bizarro World for like when WWE talks about Canada. Because I do believe Rancho Cucamonga is right by where these guys are at. Ha! Sanjay, you moron! I love this crowd. You notice they're not showing the announcer's table at all at this point? Anybody want to submit that to Botchmania? Feel free at this point. Oh, that was funny. Watch out for those cans there. Oh, Satnam. Actually, that's an audible. I think that's probably an audible. AEW can't even gimmick. No, I think they did. What had happened is Sanjay, when he went to go grab the lid of the table, he actually grabbed the front of the table. He was going to move it. Yeah, so, yeah, you know what? It still ain't perfect, but at the same time... Oh, I know you are. I know you are. Oh! Field goal is good! He was supposed to hit the turnbuckle, but he didn't. No, it's not fine. It's good. That's one of those things that's going to stand out for a while right now. Like Matthew at Bunch of Mania is going to have a fun time with that one. You notice Satnam in one knee is almost the same size as Danielson? Jesus! That wasn't even a frying pan. That was a friggin' boulder. The standing 12-6s, I like that. See, this is what I was talking about. Danielson is great moving around a guy like this. Fish hook at the... Oh, there you go. All right. We finally get a DQ finish on a Dynamite. We get them very few and far between. Somebody shoot that Cornetta's God sign. I don't care about the person, just the sign. Shoot it. Oh, the guitar. Anita, all right, cleaning everybody out. Sanjay, the forbidden DQ. All I can say is, that's all I think coming up. Sanjay, you're a former X Division champion. Make him sell it a little bit more than that. I think Satnam's eating that. Oh. Satnam just... All right, Danielson's getting worn out. So, they said if they injure him, they get him out, right? I'd assume that Darby's going to come in for the save here, regardless of being banned from the building. We got your money. Thank you very much. We'll be hanging out. Now this is how you bring Darby in, right? All right, somebody hit the music. Resberg's doing the wave. Okada's coming out. Yep, there we go. 3-on-1. And there's Perry. Perry doesn't get music, right? All right. Danielson's going to be knocked out. Do we get a whole new team on Sunday? I just love the fact that they have no rules on Sunday, so these referees don't have to worry about anything. Oh, you have a table. Congratulations, you have a table. Oh. That'll be Darby's car. Tony Khan! Tony Khan dropped off Darby and he's got a gun. Darby has a gun. Oh, a flamethrower! Holy shit! This matchup is on fire! Oh my God! If anybody was going to bring fire to an anarchy in the arena, it would be Darby Allin. He is legit scarred up. I didn't realize it was a flamethrower. I thought he just brought a legit gun. Where's Glock Anderson when you need him? This tells me this has to be the main event. This has to be the last match. And Okada's trying to figure out, okay, how the hell do I get out of here? Oh, this is going to be fun Sunday. Like, seriously, a flamethrower. Darby's got a gun! Darby's got a gun! It always makes you wonder about that one question. If it's no rules, why wouldn't you bring a gun? Yes, I know the law and all that. Let's just take logical thinking out of this. Darby did the smallest thing. And WWE they're both nuts. This is nuts to another level. And Darby can't. I don't know if Darby was trying to turn. Rock brought a flamethrower to light up his own name. Darby actually brought out a flamethrower to light up some EVPs. Darby just waving around that flamethrower. I'm surprised nothing lit on fire so far. Jesus. All right, that got me fired up. That was hilarious, crazy, and anybody wants to talk about going into the pay-per-view? Anybody want to talk about it? AEW? You tell me that isn't a closing moment to think about when you're talking about a pay-per-view on Sunday? People will remember that. Fired up. You get that first, and then you get this. People are going to be fired up over this. Oh, that... You tell me that doesn't bring an extra boost to you about wanting to watch this show? Like, literally, they're going to do something that screwy on a Dynamite leading up to this match? What are they going to do with the actual pay-per-view? Like, right now, I am now down to one match that I'm not looking forward to on the card. Everything else I'm looking forward to. They did the flip with Toni and Serena Deeb. They did the flip that we needed. Now that's set up that the face and heel dynamics fixed. The only match I'm not looking forward to is a Jericho match. I'm just hoping that Hook and Shibata can carry it through. But that is going to be your popcorn match. Flamethrower Darby is his next evolution. Might be the last one I would trust with it. Yeah, no. The last person I would trust with a flamethrower in AEW would be the guy he's replacing, Eddie Kingston. The man literally brought gasoline and a set of matches into the match last year and was about to set Bryan Danielson on fire last year, if you remember. By the way, good to see you here, Darth Mick. Always great to see you here. This show is the kind of show that, I guess you could say Sammy Guevara giving as many F-ups as he had. Yeah. No, I would trust Sammy with it for the fact that he would probably drop it and try to do 3 flips without it. I don't think Sammy would even try to even use it more than he did. The only thing he would do is light the ring skirts on fire when he put it down. That would be about it. Watch this. We get a headline tomorrow morning. AEW Arena on fire. After the show, Darby Allin lit the ring on fire. Because I think tonight they're doing Rampage after this tonight, so. Because, they're an hour ahead, so that'll only be 7 o'clock right now, their time. So, they'll be doing their Rampage tapings after this, so they're going to have a lot of fun there. All I can say is this was a hell of a show. Every match set up another match at the pay-per-view. So that's your big goal, and that's what you want to do on a go-home show, as we were talking about earlier. This was just flipping amazing. Like, that ending is just what we needed. Like, you want a talking point to get yourself out of the show, and this is exactly what you get. But wow, what a show we're gonna have, and we still got Saturday to deal with. If you guys are around, please stop by on Sunday night. Saturday night. Sorry. First of all, we're gonna have AEW Collision here, the Sidecast, immediately followed by our season finale of WWE 2K24 My GM mode, as we present WrestleMania. And we might end up getting Charlotte and Io for the world title as our main event. So, you take what you get, right? We got some great feuds coming up, and we got some great matches there. We could chat wrestling. And don't forget, this Sunday, we're going to be here talking AEW with our friend McG here is going to be joining me in the chat for our AEW Double or Nothing Sidecast. So that's going to be a ton of fun here.